If you're embarrassed by a dated, dirty, dingy floor, maybe you got grout lines that no matter what you do, no matter what product you use, no matter what hack it is you've seen on YouTube, you just can't get those grout lines clean. They're just grimy and nasty and dirty. Well, here's the thing. You can't get them clean. And the reason for that is, chances are, whoever laid the floor didn't use a grout sealer. So those grout lines over the years, they pick up dirt and grime like a magnet. And they stain the grout. And there's nothing you can do to clean those grout lines. But in today's video, I'm going to show you what you can do to change all of that and give that floor the appearance of something beautiful that you can be proud of. So let's get started. I'm Leah of seejanedrill, and if this is your first time here, can I just say welcome to you. We're a home improvement channel. We're beginners. They're welcome as well. Now, at the top of the video, I talked about, well, if you're embarrassed by that ugly dated floor, I'm going to show you what you need to do to turn that floor into something beautiful that you can be proud of. So why don't we just jump right into it? So here's the product we're going to use. It's the Rust-Oleum Home and Floor Coating. This is not a sponsored video. This is product that I've purchased. I've heard a lot about it, and I want to give it a shot. If you notice here on the box, it says it covers, one kit covers up to 100 square feet. I've purchased 2 kits, and 200 square feet is more than enough to cover the kitchen and banquette area. The other thing I want to mention is it says semi-gloss here, but they also make a matte finish. You may decide that what appeals more to you is a matte finish, or you may decide on semi-gloss. I'm going with semi-gloss. The other thing I want to bring to your attention is this right here. It says Deep Tint Base, and these are the colors that you can select when you're using the Deep Tint Base kit. As you can see, they're all dark colors, but they do make a lighter tint for lighter colors. Now, I'm going with a very dark paint. Let's see how it all works. I'm going to remove the baseboard here because I plan to install a different style of baseboard once the project is completed. This is the tool here that I'm going to use. It really does make quick work of removing baseboards. To get started, you need to remove all the furniture from the room. In my case, I've got a kitchen table in front of the banquette that I need to remove. Then you want to clean the floor thoroughly. Sweep it really good. If you've got pets, you may want to vacuum as well. Now, the next step is use a degreaser, because that's going to give you the best chance for success. It's going to clean the floor so that the paint really adheres to the surface. Next, make certain that you use a clean mop and hot water. Once the floor is completely clean and dry, this is a good time to take masking tape and mask off the areas that you don't want to get any floor coating on. Let's take a look at what's in the kit. First, we have what's called step 1, and it's the actual paint. And as you can see, I've already had it tinted. Set this aside. Next, we have a heavy-duty cleaner and degreaser. And you may elect to use what they provide, or you may want to use your own like I did. Now last is step 2, and this is the top coat. Now, Rust-Oleum recommends that you do a test area first before you commit to painting the entire floor. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up the paint, and then I'm going to do a test area 3 inches by 3 inches, and I'm going to let it dry overnight. Then I'm going to come back after it's thoroughly dry. I'm going to score an X in it, take a piece of duct tape and firmly press down on that duct tape, and then give it a good yank. And if less than 10% of the paint comes up, that's your green light to go ahead and paint the rest of the floor. Now, if it does pull away, if the paint pulls away, then you've got a problem with the paint adhering to the floor. And in that case, you're going to have to sand the floor. Once you get the perimeter of the floor completely cut in, well, you're going to want to pull that masking tape off and then start to roll the floor. And roll the floor out completely. Now, it's going to take 6 hours for the base coat to dry. What I did was I took 1 day to apply my base coat. I let it dry overnight because, well, I wanted to make certain that it dried completely before I applied my top coat. Now, the top coat takes a little longer to dry. It takes 24 hours for the top coat to dry completely, and then 7 days for it to completely cure, where you can put heavy furniture on it. Well, the floor is finished, and I couldn't be happier with the results. Those tiles, well, they look new. It looks like a new floor, and it saved me a lot of money and a lot of time, because the only alternative was to rip out the old floor and replace it with a new one. Just don't think that you're limited to, ceramic tile or porcelain tile. Really, this can be used on any floor, on hardwood, on vinyl, linoleum. You're just not limited to ceramic tile floor like mine. Then the other thing I want to mention is I used cardboard to protect the surface until the top coat cured, which was 7 days, and you may want to consider doing the same thing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a link in the description below the video so that you can check it out for yourself. This is Leah saying you can do this. See you next time.